So I'm back again working on the Z. I have just about a week until the first drift event for both the car and myself, and that is Drift Evergreen up in Drums, PA. So that's a 2-day event, Saturday, Sunday. Don't know if I'm doing both days yet, but last video we got the fire extinguisher put in. I got the Momo seat in. I still need to put the harness in. And I do have some good news. Car is now officially inspected. Check engine light never did come back on. So we're good with that. And I can just drive the car around now and not feel like I need to worry about getting pulled over. Also, the seats came in. These are the more basic style NRG seat that I had to settle with. Just plain black, but $360 for the pair. Really can't complain. Came with the brackets on the side. So if you have any way to get yourself a set of seats from turn 14, really good deal. So you can't beat that. But I wasn't gonna keep waiting on seats. I had no idea when they were gonna come in. So my girlfriend didn't want to settle for those. She decided that she wanted to keep waiting, and she's been waiting since like January, so we'll see how long that takes. But today I want to hook this up. This is a Underglow kit for the car that I got off of Amazon, and it was $50 with a coupon. It was $37, I believe. So does the front, back, both sides. Comes with your little key fob, and it's also Bluetooth and connects to an app on your phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to some power and test it out. All right, so I got it hooked up to a little 12-volt power source, and here's a key fob. So you got choice of different colors. You can change the mode. Come on. That one's pretty cool. But under $40, you can't beat that, even if it lasts a year. I just kind of wanted to throw it on for the event coming up this weekend in case we do any night runs. But I'm going to get that installed on the car. Maybe not today. It's already getting a little late and the weather doesn't look too good. But get the Underglow on, and I want to get the harness on the driver's side seat, and I don't know if I'm going to put the NRG seat in or just leave the Momo seat, because the Momo seat actually has a much nicer bolster on the side. And I mean, it's already in the car, so maybe instead of I'll focus on some other things instead of getting that seat in the car, since I already have one in there. I still don't have a bracket for the passenger side, so I'm just going to have to leave that with the OEM seat. But also the handbrake setup was supposed to be here tomorrow, got delayed. It won't be here till Wednesday, and I'm still not 100% sure if the whole order is in that package. One of the pieces was on back order, so if that piece isn't in the box, then I'm just gonna have to run the event without one. But it's all right. I'll still get by and have a good time. So we're on day 2. I'm gonna get the car jacked up real quick, open up the lights, lay everything out, where everything needs to go, and then we'll see how it goes from there. so it's pretty straightforward. We're gonna have the power block up front, and then that Ys and goes, one side goes to 2, one for the side and one for the back, and then the other side has one for the front and one for the other side. So I'm gonna start probably on the back of the car since it's obviously already jacked up. I'll get this one mounted up and this side one, and then from there work on the other side. So all the lights come with a 3M strip on the back of them, and also these clamps, and I got some small self-tapping screws at the hardware store. So I might just use the 3M tape to get them to stay in the position I want, and then put these little brackets on so I know they're not going anywhere. So I'm probably just gonna mount this back one, something like this, up on this heat shield here. Alright, so one poor design is that all of these lights are connected as one. So when you go to route everything, you have to route the lights through just the same way you would want the wires to run. So I already put up the rear one and then realized I can't route this wire, you know, through all the rear suspension and stuff to get to the side skirt without taking the back one off again and routing the whole light through. So I ended up just cutting them. So there's only 3 wires there. So now I can route this wire how I want and make sure it's not in the way of getting tangled up in anything. And I guess what I'll do is just cut off all the extra between this and the side piece, and just rewire it with some heat shrink wrap connectors here. All right, so I got that one routed. You can see goes through here, up underneath that, over the rear suspension components, and then down to there. So I just have to secure everything now. So I got the driver's side on, and then I went ahead and quickly wired these back together just to make sure the rear was good, and it is. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish putting the clamps on this side, and then I'll probably work on routing the power supply box up in the engine bay. Alright, so front one is ran. The power wire I have running up along with the factory wires coming up through here and then going into the battery compartment. The wire coming from the side panel I have underneath the fender liner that comes up, and down here I still need to wire those 2 back together, and then the passenger side one I need to run across here, wire that back in, and then we should be good. So everything is ran, all the lights are on. The last thing I need to do is just attach the power and ground, and we should be able to test them out. All right, they should be on right now. So everything is finally done. I'm pretty happy with how all the wires are routed. I had to extend the one wire like 3 foot so I could route it nicely and follow the OEM wiring harnesses. So I have one spot in the front here that I just want to anchor the wire so it doesn't go anywhere, and then in the rear the wire's going up over the suspension components and stuff, so I want to make sure that doesn't get in the way of anything. So, but otherwise everything's hooked up and it's working. So I'm gonna go and put the bumper back on and probably put the harness in on the driver's side for the seat, and that'll be it. The GK Tech stuff did come today, but not the handbrake assembly. So that'll be here Friday. So I'm gonna try, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna rip the car apart and get the dual caliper brackets hooked up and get all the lines ran and everything for that. So then Friday I can hopefully just put the handbrake assembly in and it'll be ready to go for Saturday. But I'm gonna throw the bumper on real quick. We can start on installing the harness, and then later on tonight, once the sun goes down, I'll get some shots of the underglow. All right, car's back together, so let's go ahead and get that harness put in. So one nice thing is these are already in the car because it used to have a harness installed, so pretty much just need to clip them on there. So that's it for this one. Underglow is complete, harness is in. Tomorrow I'm gonna rip the car apart and get the lines installed for the hydro and try to get the dual caliper brackets installed. And then Friday, when the rest of the handbrake assembly comes, get that installed, and then hopefully we're good for Saturday. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.